So, welcome to another video. So, in this post, we'll see how to create a quantity contract and the follow-up, release orders. So, before going to the system, so quantity contract is something. This is a contract between the selling company and the customer, where the selling company is going to provide a particular quantity of material within a time period to the customer. so so let's go in the system. So we have different contracts in SAP SD. We have quantity contracts, we have value contract, and some other maintenance contract also. So today we'll see the quantity contract. So we can go to VA00 transaction. We'll see here. We can go to here. We can go to so VA41 and 42, 43 is basically for the contract related stuff. Okay, so we can go to create. Okay, so we can see so contract type is basically one of the sales document type or sales contract type. So we have different contracts: master contract, quantity contract, rental contract. We can have value contract. So there are different kind of value contract general, material value contract, and we have some service contract also. So we'll create a quantity contract. Okay, so and we'll go with the sales org is this hours. So we'll create a quantity contract. So let's say for this customer we want to okay, then system asks for so when we are when we are creating a contract, basically the valid from and valid to, this is the contract validity period. So let's give some PO number, something should be okay. So let's say it is valid from today's date to, let's say, for I want to create for a particular month. Let's say the contract is valid for 1 month, for 2 months, for 1 year. It should be fine. But for this demo, we'll see the contract is valid for a particular month. So be okay. So here we say for we can give the material. So we can say that for this material I can say 10. So for this short one, okay. So here we can say what is the material. We can enter multiple materials in the same contract, quantity contract, and for each material you can say okay, what is the target quantity, maximum quantity we are going to that will be given, that can be given to the customer within this frame of time. So if I go and go to the conditions, the price is calculated. Yeah, basically this is a scale. It says for 100 quantities the price is 1755 euro, and for it's a 10 it is 175.50 euro. So okay, so tax is calculated, so we are fine. So yeah, so basically the pricing procedure is RV0001, so it should be okay. Okay, so and the item category is KMN, so yeah, so it will be okay. So let's save it. Okay. So now this contract is created. For some zeros and 110, we can also go and display. Yeah. So here we go. Okay. So this is the contract between the customer and the selling company. They say that okay, within this within 1 month, this target quantity of this material can be delivered, or can be delivered. Yeah. So let's create then the follow-up order. So now let's say once the contract is accepted by the customer, okay, so we can go to the here. So basically there are for the contract release there are many things that could be. If I go to the contract header section, and let me go to the change mode. If you go to the header section and we are in the Yeah, in the cell stuff, if you see here, check releasing, there can be, we can adapt some releasing partner here, how the contract is released. So before creating the follow-up orders, the contract has to be released. The contract has to be accepted by the customer. So we can say some checks has to be done. Currently, we say okay, there is no check. Okay, here. So now we want to create the follow-up orders. So basically this is called as the release order. This is kind of no, a sales order that we can create. So what we can go to here display mode, and we can create a, we can go to transaction VA01. So before creating sales order, so here we'll create some, so basically this is called as a release order. So if we are referring to a contract and creating some order, the name is called as a release order, and it is typically a sales order. So before that, it is important that when we are creating, so now here we have to create, we can directly create a sales order, but here we want to consume the quantity that is here in our contract. So we have to create a sales order by referring to the quantity contract. So when we are doing by referring to some previous sales order, so make sure that the copy controls are maintained perfectly. Okay, so here we are going to create a sales order. So we will create it with a reference. So before that, make sure that we have maintained the copy controls perfectly. Okay, so we can go to transaction VTAA. So this is for copy control from sales order to sales order to yes, sales document to sales document type. Yeah. So here in this case, our source is basically the quantity contract. Yeah. This is the quantity contract. The type is CQ, and the target is OR. Yeah. So basically if you come to here, make sure that otherwise we cannot. So this is sales document type. So this is the source is okay, source is our CQ, and our target is OR. So make sure that this copy control is being maintained, otherwise we will be not able to create a follow-up order for the quantity contract. So now we have the copy control is maintained, it is perfect here. So we'll not create directly a order. Okay, we can directly create an order here, but we will not do that because we want to refer to our contract. So okay, we can click on create a reference. So we have to come to the contract. Okay, so the contract, if I come to here, our contract is 10 ends with 10. We can give a 4, and yes, we can go. So let's say in the system what are the contracts that are available, and taking little time. So let's come again. So create a reference contract, and again we can say okay, and let's say okay. Okay, so here it populates something, then we can see that okay, this is our contract. Okay, so let's go to the contract, and what we can do here, yeah, we can say copy, or we can do item selections also. So let's say do a copy. So what is happening here now? If you see here, basically this item is taken from the contract, and is in the contract, if I go back to the contract, we have 10 quantities because we have not consumed any quantity from it, so we have 10 total. 10 is there, so that's why you can 10 is there here. So what do we want to do now here? So let's say for the first time we want to give the customer only a quantity of 4, or let's say we have PO101. So we are done here. So yeah, so we can save it. Okay, so we have created a follow order. So let's go to display mode. If we go to the contract, sorry, the Document flow, it says that this order is created from here and it has 10 quantity and we have consumed 4 quantity here, and the status is being processed. So if I go to here, if I should be able to, if I go to the contract and see the doc flow, it says that okay, for this contract we have the order is created and the status is being processed. So perfect. So now what we are going to do now, so let's say we consumed 4 but still 6 is open, so let's create one more sales order. So now this time we'll consume the, so we want to also, we'll refer to our quantity contract, let's say copy, and if you see it, the system already knows that okay, the contract contains 10 quantity for this material and already we have consumed 4 and 6 is that, so it takes the 6. Okay, so this time we want to set the 6. Yeah, so what will happen if I give a 7? So it says that the target quantity is 10 piece, total reference is 11. The system is not giving error but a warning that your quantity contract is having 10 piece and already you consumed 4. Now if you are giving 7 means it is 11, so total reference is 11. So the system will still allow but will not, so we can go with the higher amount also, higher quantity. So here let's save it. Okay, so we have created two sales orders which consumed all the quantity. Perfect. Okay, so if I come back to now here to my contract, so we have two orders, 843, 842, and if I click on here, if you see here, the order is, if you see, we have two follow-up orders, sales orders for this quantity contract, and the status is complete. That means we consumed everything. Okay, so now let's see, so the contract, so this is quantity contract and it consumed it. So after creating the standard order, the same process for the order, we can go for the delivery and then the billing. So what would happen if I want to create a new document, a new order referring to the same contract? So this is the order, let's copy. So this time the system says that okay, because if you see here, the status is already complete for the contract. It says that the status is already complete. Here we can show in the doc flow. Also if you can go to the contract header, we have status and it says that okay, the status is complete here. Okay, so once it is complete, then we cannot create any order out of it because is that already copied, or yeah. So this is about the quantity contract. In the next video we'll see the value contract. Okay, thank you.